Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Cindy J, and I am back with another video. As you can see by the title, this is going to be a story time about my best lesbian experience. So before we go ahead and jump right into this video, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Also turn on your post notification bell so that way you can be updated for when I do post. Y'all, I've been honestly waiting, or I want to say debating, on telling this story, but I mean, like, why not? As y'all know, I like to embarrass myself, so I was like, why not go ahead and tell this story? Because low-key it's kind of funny, but I really feel like you guys will enjoy the story, and plus you guys love my story time. So therefore, let's go and jump right into this video because I don't want to keep rambling. As you guys see, your girl do look good. I know y'all was waiting on me to look good because your girl was looking rough this past 2 weeks, and honestly y'all, I could not do it anymore. My outfits did come in, like I told you guys it was supposed to come in next week, but they actually end up coming in this weekend. So I have some cute outfits to wear to school, or just, you know, on here to show you guys. I'm debating if I want to do a try on haul, but if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys comment down below, and let's go ahead and get right into this video. So like I was saying in the intro, this video is basically going to be about my best lesbian experience. So a little backstory: I did go to Job Corps in St. Petersburg and only fucked with girls. I didn't mess with no men, and I think it was just like a personal preference thing, and plus to me the niggas there was lame as fuck. So fast forward, it was one night, I was actually in bed, but they have snack machines like right outside the dorm because we did stay in dorms, and I went to go get something to drink, and we weren't allowed to have snacks in our dorm, but you know me, who listens to stuff like that, we're gonna still do it. So I went and I got the snacks and I mean the drink, and I came back in the room. I didn't know, because in order to get to the room, you did have to pass by the actual like living space area. It's like a living room. You had to pass by there, but I didn't know that my ex-girlfriend, well, now ex-girlfriend, would be sitting there along with my friend. So I'm not paying attention to nothing like that. So and when I get in the room or whatever, like I want to say not even 10 minutes, my friend comes in there and she's like, it's the stunner that I want to talk to you. So me, I'm like, I don't know, but okay, whatever. So she was like, she want to meet you. So I'm like, okay. So I get out the room and I go meet her. Y'all, she was fine as fuck. Babe, no disrespect, but she was fine, okay? She was fine, and I was like, what's up? So then we introduced each other, and you know, we talked for a little bit, but she was fucking with somebody on campus. At the point, at that time, I wasn't. I was just pretty much just chilling. I was still kind of new too, so I wasn't really into like talking to people. So then I go back in my room. They stood out there doing their thing or whatever. So then a couple of days go by, y'all, and a couple of days go by, and me and her, we tried the whole talking thing, but to be honest, it did not work because, like I said, she was fucking with somebody on campus, and the girl that she was fucking with was kind of a jealous, like I guess a jealous person. But mind you, she told me that they were just friends, but the girl liked her more than a friend. But I guess she likes bigger women or whatever. So that's besides the point. So then, okay, if you don't know, you can go ahead and go home every weekend if you live close, or if they're going to your hometown or wherever you stay. So that weekend, I decided to stay on campus or whatever. So I'm like, all right, so I decided to stay on campus, and she just happened to stay on campus. Mind you, the campus gets like really empty on the weekends because, like I said, people go home. So then, mind you, I didn't know she stayed on campus though, because I'm not looking for her. Even though we were kind of talking, I kind of kept my distance because, like I said, the girl was kind of like crazy and she was just doing too much and I ain't have time. So I kind of kept my distance. Well, Job Corps, they fed you 3 times a day. You know, if you wanted extra things, you can go ahead and buy yourself. So I was going to breakfast, and I peeped that she was there. So I'm like, so I didn't say that to her. She said something to me first. And she was like, oh, I didn't know you were here, blase, blase. So I was like, yeah. So she was like, oh, are you going to breakfast? I said, yeah, that's where I'm heading to. She was like, do you mind if I join you? I was like, no. Because, you know, y'all, she was fine. She was real fine, y'all. So we walking together, we talking. And she was like, you want to hang out later? So I'm like, sure, why not? So fast forward, we eat breakfast together. You know, she was a vibe, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what's crazy is she was my longest relationship at Job Corps. That's what's so fucking crazy. Like, y'all, listen, I want to listen. What's crazy? I was supposed to be engaged to this girl and everything, like every fucking thing. I was willing to risk it all for this girl, but we not gonna get into that. So then I want to say maybe like around 7 or 8 o'clock, she's like, she texted me. She's like, oh, let's chill. So we go into the living room area and we're chilling, you know, we're talking and, you know, we're just playing around, blah, blah, blah. So then, mind y'all, we flirt with each other and stuff like that. And me at the time, like, I was very curious in girls, so in girl sex, I should say. So I was like really kind of curious. So I'm like, I'm not gonna make the first move because in this situation, I would like consider her the boy because she's a lot more masculine than me. So she was like, do you want to come to my room? Y'all, no, we cannot have nobody in our room. They check and everything. We're not allowed to have nobody in our room. But like I said, we was willing to risk it. And well, I was willing to risk it. I'm pretty sure y'all know about RAs. So we had a cool ass RA that stayed that weekend. Me and the RA was real close. But just because even though we was cool, she was just gonna allow me just go in this girl room. Like, that's dead. So okay, so then fast forward or whatever, she's like, I'm gonna go to my room first, and then after maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, you follow behind me, because the RA was sitting in the desk facing like the dorm doors instead of on the other side, because like at a certain time she was in, like maybe the next 5 or 10 minutes she was gonna switch and go to the other side because she had to also watch the other side. It was just her, because usually it's always 2 RAs, but this time it was only 1. So I waited the 5 to 10 minutes and I went to her room. Y'all, disclaimer, if you are under the ages of 21, I know this ain't got shit to do with drinking, but if you are under the age of 21, you do not need to be listening to this story, because it's gonna get graphic, it's gonna get detailed. So, alright, so I go in her room or whatever, and, you know, we start kissing or whatever, because, you know, whatever, you know, that's just what we do. So, we start kissing or whatever, and, she didn't, mind you, she also had roommates, but they left for the weekend, just to throw that in there. So, you know, we start kissing, we start, you know, doing a thing or whatever. And then, next thing you know, she flips me. Y'all. Y'all, listen. So she flips me, and you should already know what the fuck she was doing when she flipped me. But yes, she ate this ass like groceries. And that's exactly what she did. So that's what she did. And mind you, that was my first time ever doing anything like that. And at first when she did, I'm like, hold on, baby, you moving too fast. But then I was like, she was like, just relax. Like, you never know, you know, until you try it. So I'm like, I don't know. This just kind of looked too advanced for me. Because at that time, fucking and doing all this extra shit was not really my thing, I should say. But I was like, you know what, I was kind of open to it because I did like her. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So when I finally relaxed or whatever, y'all, I'ma just say this, I prefer my ass ate than my pussy, okay? Let me just say that, okay? Because she did her thing, y'all. When I tell y'all, that's one of the best sex I ever had. Honestly, I think she topped any nigga I done ever had sex with, to be honest, to this day. And if you watching this, hey, because you did your thing. But we not gonna talk about that. So yeah, so mind you, we still weren't done, because when it came to her, she like do rounds, even though at that time I was a lot more smaller, so I was able to keep up. But you know, she wanted to go another round. But what we knew that the RAs did like random like checkups where they would come and like check the room just to make sure nobody was in each other's room, because they knew like, or during the weekends everybody was either fucking like on campus or off campus. So we knew we weren't supposed to be in each other's room. So, but we still did it because what the fuck? No, I don't give a fuck about none of that. So we hear the keys or whatever, and we hear the keys, and I instantly run in the bathroom. I didn't hide in her closet because you weren't able to hide in the closet and like lock it. But the thing about it is, sometimes I knew the RA, she petty like that. Even though that was my dog, she was still would have tried to check the closet. I'm pretty sure she probably wouldn't have written us up. She probably would have gave us a warning, but you just never know. Like, you just never know. So we wasn't willing to risk it. So the girl who I was doing whatever I was doing with, she heard me. She cleaned up so it didn't look like, you know, anything was going on. And I ran to the bathroom. And I hid behind, I think I hid in the actual tub, because they don't go that far. They just check to see like maybe just the closet, and then like just to see like anybody's in here. So then I ran to the bathroom like I said, and I'm hiding in there. All of a sudden I hear the door open. So I hear her say like, "What you doing in here?" I'm not gonna say her name. We gonna say her name is. We gonna say her name is. Cause she had like she didn't go by her real name. She went by like I guess a nickname or whatever. So we gonna say she was like, this was like a. All right, let me say Jay. I'm gonna just say Jay. I'm gonna just call her Jay. She was like, Jay, what you doing in here? You a little too quiet. You don't never be in here. Like, what's going on? She was questioning her. So Jay was like, she didn't really. She was like, no, I'm just chilling. Like, you know, it ain't nobody here. So I'm just vibing. I might just go to the, you know, the room, the living room later. So she was like, okay, let me just check your room real quick because you looking real suspicious. So she checks, you know, like I knew she would. She checked the closet, and then she was walking towards where I was, but she didn't actually come in the bathroom. Like, she just looked in the bathroom, and then she just left and she went out, and then she kept, you know, going by her business, checking all the rest of the rooms. So then, after she checked all the rooms, we waited for her to go back to her office, and then I came out. So after we heard that, you know, she went and sat back down in her office or whatever, we went back to doing the thing. It was a lot of, I ain't never eat no coochie though. Like, she wasn't trying to, she was like, I believe she was a touch me now. I ain't never eat no coochie, but you know, she did her work like she wanted to. I wasn't gonna stop her from doing her work. So, you know, she went down to get in his head, y'all. That head was A the fuck 1. If I had to say, if I had to rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, that shit was a motherfucking 12, bitch. 12, bitch. Fuck that. That shit was a 20, okay? That shit was A1. Sex, A1. Everything was A1. Like, I think she the nastiest female I've ever been with. And anybody who knows me, I'm a Virgo. So we low-key, like, freaks or whatever. Like, low-key freaks, though. So we went ahead and did a thing. Shit was amazing. The bomb. I'ma just say this, y'all. After it was all said and done, your girl was stuck. Your girl was hooked. And I believe, and we ended up being in a relationship like maybe like a week later, because she ended up start fucking with the other girl that was crazy in love with her. And me and her ended up being together for, I believe, almost a year. Almost getting engaged and everything. Like, she like before, because mind you, you only stay at Job Corps, I want to say, for 4 years, and then you leave. So before I left, she even proposed to me and everything. Like, y'all, this was gonna be like a whole marriage. Unfortunately, it didn't work out like that, but it is what it is. But y'all, that was my best lesbian experience. That shit was amazing. Like, it was just A1. It was just, and this is why I like girls, because it's like, it's just something about a woman, because they know how to please you. Whereas I'm not saying men don't know how to please you, but I feel like women just know what to do, like where to go, like, you know, just the whole 9 yards. So yes, y'all, I did end up sneaking out of her room though, because I didn't end up leaving her room like right away, because like I said, the lady was jumping back from like cubicles to cubicles. So one side she'll watch for like maybe like 3 hours, and the other side she'll watch for 3 hours. So I knew for a fact she was gonna be on our side when we got done doing what we was doing. So I waited like an extra 2 hours. We wasn't in there doing what we was doing the whole time, but we was in there just chilling, you know, laying, cuddling, whatever, because she didn't check the room no more for the rest of the night. So we wasn't stressing about that. But yes, y'all, so after that I end up leaving, end up like sneaking back out. And what's crazy is they fucked up because they put our rooms right next to each other, like right next to each other. Like that shit was crazy. And it continued every weekend after that, like every weekend after that. Like we were just hooked. So yes, y'all, so that is the ending of this story time. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. Turn on your post notification bell so that we can be updated for when I do post. Your girl is almost at 600 subscribers, and I am excited because I just have a feeling that this year is going to be so great to me, and I just have a feeling that, you know, it's just going to be awesome. I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me, for commenting, for telling a friend to tell a friend, for just watching my videos in general and just interacting and just commenting and just being true supporters. So yeah, until next time, more than likely I'm gonna be posting a lot more consistently, so you guys are gonna see me a lot more. So yes, until next time, thank you guys so much for watching.